Okay, so it's September and we all know what that actually means. Apple is releasing a new iPhone. And every year I ask myself the same question, should I upgrade? Because I've been using my iPhone 16, well, since it came out, the regular model as well. And after watching, well, the keynote, I watched it like 2 or 3 times now, diving into all the reviews in YouTube and comparing all the models and all the specifications, I've decided to skip the iPhone 17, the 17 Air, and the 17 Pro. And it's not because the price, not because the design, it's not because the massive plateau at the back. So let me start with the camera because that's always the big selling point here. On my iPhone 16, the selfie camera is still a 12 megapixel sensor. And Apple have been using the same 12 megapixel sensor on the front cameras in 2017. That's 8 years with the same megapixel count. So with the new iPhone 17 lineup, we finally get a upgrade. All model now have a 18 megapixel front camera with center stage, so it tracks you in video calls. And the sensor is also square format, so now you can frame everything better for portrait or landscape. Would be great if Apple give us the availability to use the whole sensor, so open gate. But for the Pro models, you got dual capture, so you got front-facing camera and rear-facing camera at the same time. And yes, the optics got improved, so more lens elements and less distortion. This is a big win. Honestly, it's not enough to make me switch. Now, what about the rear camera? Because the iPhone 17 Pro model brings an all-new 48 megapixel main sensor, plus a stronger telephoto with better low light performance. I will get up to 30% better noise reduction in night shot. But here's the thing, the iPhone 16 already takes incredible photos, I think. And from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or any thumbnail or something like that, everything is gonna get compressed at the same time. So honestly, the difference is, unless you zoom and you check pixel for pixel, you're not going to see a major difference. So again, this is not a game changer for me. Now, this one is quite interesting because iPhones been forever, and even my iPhone 16 non-Pro, 60 hertz. That's it. Now we got promotion, so they're finally adding in every single model of the iPhone 17 120 hertz adaptive ProMotion display. So you can go 1 hertz all the way up to 120. And also the boosting the peak brightness. I used to have 2000 nits of brightness out here in outdoor scenarios. Now you can do up to 3000 nits peak outdoors. So that's huge if you're always facing, well, if you're always outside, you're always facing the sun. And now, yeah, I've been spoiled, as I said. I do use a Android device here with 144 hertz. And honestly, it feels smoother, but it's not a game changer. Like, it's not something that you realize every time. And I swap phones all the time. One going my right hand side, one going my left, and I do social media in both. And I don't really see a huge difference. It's nice to have, but it's not something that you will spend all this money for. Now, battery is always the elephant in the room. It's always a great topic. Yes, Apple claims all-day battery life. I don't know what that really means. Now, it's a clever marketing trick here because the 17 only come in the US, Canada, Japan, Middle East, and some other countries with eSIM. And they're giving you a big space for 4,242 milliamps hour battery. So that increased from, yes, my iPhone 16 from 3,561 milliamp battery. So sound awesome. Now, it's a catch. Because if you're in Europe or anywhere else that still use a physical SIM card with a physical SIM card tray, they need to accommodate that tray. So you're not getting massive battery. The battery is actually being cut in a way. So me living in the UK, I'm cooked. Like, the gains just are not there. It's a little bit of an improvement, but honestly, I will put some pictures here of like what people have done in X-rays, and you can see the difference between the European version and, let's say, the USA version, for example. You're missing at least like 10 to 15% battery. And speaking of insides, speaking of the battery, Apple got the all-new A19 chip on the Pro model. So Apple claims about 20% faster CPU and 30% better GPU efficiency compared to, well, my A18. So that's solid. But the iPhone 16 with the A18 chip is already lightning fast. So apps launch instantly, games run perfectly, you can edit some little reels and stuff on the go, and it's super smooth. Unless you're pushing your phone to the maximum stream ever, honestly, it's just a little bit of a flex. Okay, I got the latest chip. It's one number more. And now the price. The price is always important. Many people may get it in an upgrade with their mobile carriers and stuff, but if you want to buy it straight out, $799 for the basic iPhone 17, at least here in the UK, with a starting base storage of 256. But the Pro model, the iPhone 17 Pro starts, okay, at £999. And the Pro Max starts at $1,199. You want the maximum storage, say 2 terabytes on the Pro Max. Surprise, surprise, you're paying £2,000. That's 2 grand on a phone. But yes, the iPhone 17 lineup bring a huge upgrade. It got a great front camera with the square sensor, 120 Hz promotion across all devices, up to 300 nits of brightness, a bigger battery, a little bit bigger in some regions, massively bigger in other regions, of course, and the A19 chip. But when you compare it to my iPhone 16 that is running iOS 26, super smooth, and everything is fine, it's great. It's still running strong. And if I really want 144 Hz display, I do have an Android Motorola phone over here with 50 megapixel camera. So for 2025, I'm honestly skipping the iPhone 17. So if you're still in an old iPhone, I don't know, 11, 12, X, this is a fantastic upgrade, honestly. Like, just go for it. I'm not gonna say no. But if you're still on the iPhone 16 like me, you can save and hold your pennies for another year. But that's my take. So just let me know in the comment section below. What about you? Are you upgrading? Are you skipping? What color are you actually choosing? I really like that orange. You have the purple 16, but that orange just clicks a little bit different. And just remember, guys, I'm CheCo. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you on the next one, guys. Adios.